Hey, small group leaders, coming to you real quick, just 5 minutes of your time, just to introduce some of the questions that we're going to be putting into the small groups this week. And if you have any questions, make sure you always contact me, or anything you'd like to add or need any help with anything. Once again, my email is craig.connor@gospellight.org. Yesterday, Jesus's pastor's third sermon on Jesus, God's greatest gift, was amazing, and it gave me a lot to think about. But I narrowed it down to 5 questions that we can ask our small group. So here we go. Let's jump right into it. I think he said there were 3 things. Yeah, we went through 3 barriers that the wise men had to break through in order to get to Jesus. The first one was culture. And I know that in this culture right now, there's things that are so divisive in our culture and polarizing. But the question that I have in here is simple. Is Jesus for me? Regardless of race, regardless of economic status, social status, regardless, is Jesus for me? The second barrier was convenience. So my question here is, are there some good things or even fun things that are distracting you from God's grace? He mentioned living in God's grace. And maybe we have a hard time seeing God because we're not walking in light. And some of the ways that Satan gets us and tricks us is by putting things that look good in front of us. And I don't mean just from a sensual standpoint. I just mean like he can put things that even the Bible commands us to do. That's what legalism is. Some things that the Bible commands us to do that are good things, he gets us to do them for the wrong purpose, therefore distracting us from our calling. So what are some things in your life? Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad. This similar question to last week, but it's always good every week to go through and update our list of things that may be distracting, and then go through that and allow God to work on those things in us as we chase and follow him. Another question underneath convenience is, are we passionate about Christ? And if you were building a case in a court of law on your passion for Christ, what evidence could you present to the judge? Pretty simple question, but go ahead and share. I think we'll have some great convos surrounding that question. The third barrier that he said the wise men had to face would be criticism. And we live in a world that in our desire to accept others, we end up rejecting a whole lot of people. We end up not pleasing anybody. And so I think we live in a society that tends to want to people please. So I got 2 questions underneath here. Who do you feel most comfortable speaking with about Christ? And then the second question is, who do you feel most uncomfortable with speaking about Christ? And that right there should tell you a lot about who you're surrounded by. And 1 John tells us that if we love the brothers, then the love of God is in us. If we hate the brothers, then the love of God is not in us. He tells us to walk in the light, don't walk in darkness. And I'm afraid that too many of us are closer with people that don't have Christ as their foundation than we are with people that do have Christ as their foundation. So let's check in our lives who we're surrounded by and work from there. Hopefully this was beneficial, and once again, please let me know if there's any way I can help. Love you guys, and Merry Christmas.